Yo, what's good? Welcome to, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Popping up after I go live is kind of crazy, but I'm gonna let you live for now. Since that's where we're going. This is how we're gonna start the show. It's kind of wild. But listen, welcome to the Monday, Victory Monday, I guess, edition of the Blitz pickup. Obviously, we're gonna get into our thoughts on and we're gonna recap the game from yesterday. Were we impressed? Obviously, we probably weren't impressed by that game. We also gonna get into Mike McDaniel, his coaching style. We're gonna see, has he changed his approach, or we're gonna get into that. And also, last but not least, Tua. We gotta talk about Tua. Y'all know how that goes. We've been on a win streak, but he hasn't been playing particularly well. So we're gonna see if we can figure out what is wrong with Tua. But without further ado, should I invite people up? Can come on up, Lou and Jess now. I guess we flipping roles. See now, you know what? I don't really like you showing up right after the transition, the countdown. Then you pop in. I ain't really feeling that. So I just want y'all
Listen,
to know. Go ahead. Jet
see,
600.
like I recruit people to watch the show, like my friends and stuff like that. And even they come in here with this kind of bullshit. Like, are
This is
you
what
for real?
when they notice that you're not introing, they understand it must be a PTO day for her. Because there's only one reason, logical reason for you not to open the show. But listen, the new setup. Hey, now we know who's late. We know who
I'm done.
who's on PTO. But what's good, Jess? What's going on?
What's up?
Hey,
As you can see, I moved. I moved my desk, so bear
you
with
know
me
what?
while I rearrange
I ain't
all
gonna
my
lie.
stuff.
You kind of slipping right now, but I get it. You're not in
What?
go mode because look, you would have been said switch me.
I know I would have, but then I thought you were gonna put this other thing up, so I didn't say nothing.
Well, that's question number one. So
Oh,
anyways, before you know what, we are gonna do that. Lou, what's going on? We bike? What's going on? Are we bike or not?
And listen, first of all, people showing up late. Now, my PTO time got denied. I ain't even supposed to be here till next week. I told y'all I see y'all at 6 and 7. Hey, it did. We starting off this week bad, man. I don't know what's going on.
No,
I
I can't.
I don't know what's going on over here at the Blitz pickup anymore, dog.
I'm
I
not.
don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. The urban legend Alex is calling Alex an urban legend is wow. But listen, man. Hey, man. We already late, and I know people want to watch Monday Night Football, but y'all stay right on over here. Make sure I hit the like button on the way in. Um, Lou, let's just get together. I got a question for you. Matter of fact, I'll start off question one because I want to show y'all something real quick. Um, Boom, she not on stage. See how that worked? But Victory Monday. I guess since I'm asking the first question, I'm gonna ask you and Jess Victory Monday. Um, but listen, 21-17, we escaped with the victory. Shout out to Mika Fitzpatrick with the pick two, not the pick six, the pick two to put us up by two when they was going in to tie the game. So shout out to Mika. To that's kind of like almost preserved the game, but then we let them get an onside kick. It got kind of crazy and wild, and they had an opportunity at the end to pull out the victory. So, but we stopped them. Uh, came through with the victory. So, ladies first, Judge, what you thought about that? How you felt about that victory? Were you impressed? How what you thinking?
no.
Look at your face. Like I don't even like the facial expression. You already letting the people know like you disgusted with the team. Like what's going
Yeah,
on?
wasn't impressed. Like, you barely made it, first of all. Like, that could have slipped up, and then we would have been looking dumb again. It would have been like Carolina all over again.
Yes,
Something to aggravate me.
it would have been worse, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
would have been worse. But yeah, no, not impressed. You got lucky. Tua played like trash, but it's okay. But we won, right? Victory Monday.
You know what? I'm not liking it. Matter of fact, Lou, what your thoughts was? I got something for you at the Lugo. I'm not even gonna, you know.
Um, yeah, uh, I'll start off with a win is a win, right? Like when I hear
Allegedly.
people complaining, well, uh, again, I guess, yeah, allegedly. I'll just say this. Like when I see Kansas City win ugly, but they win, I don't never hear nobody in our community say, well, it was an ugly win. They just say, oh, well, Patrick Mahomes, the team, the coach, they figured it out. Mm-hmm. But now it's an ugly win in Miami. Like I said earlier, Tone, whether we win by 70 or whether we win by 1, a win is a win, right? Like at the end of the day. Now, when we get into the show a little bit later and we start talking about specifics and how a player did or what coaches did, whatever, then we can give a better analysis. But again, am I happy with the win? Sure. Was it an ugly win? Sure. But I thought the objective was to win. Like Tone, I brought it up earlier. 2 years ago, you were in the building when the Dolphins scored 70 points against Denver. Did they mention that the Dolphins won by 40? No, they just said the Dolphins won.
50. We won by 50. I should get it right. About 50, but yeah.
Well, they won by 50. But what I'm saying is it was just a win. Right? That's all it was. It was a win. So just to answer your question, was I excited for the win? No, obviously not. Or again, a win is a win, though. Whether it comes ugly or not, it's a win. This is the same team that a few weeks ago went to Buffalo, and in the fourth quarter, I think it was a 4 or 5 point game with Buffalo too. Buffalo won ugly. They played a couple teams very tough to where, again, the Dolphins ain't really a good team. The Saints ain't really a good team. It was a matchup of 2 bad teams, let's say the Lakes, and the better team out of the 2 trash teams won. That's what I'll say. Not overly impressed, but I'm not going to sit here and be like everybody else. Oh my God, it's ugly. Cool. Are we trying to be the prettiest team, or are we trying to win games? Which one are we trying to do? We're trying to be pretty. Oh, you want to be pretty? Oh, okay, cool. Well, hey, I just want everybody in the chat to hear.
You see, just how you like, hey,
well,
she'd rather be pretty than win.
Well, see, and this is the problem I'm having. So if Jess would have been the one to answer, I ain't got no issue, right? But for my dog to come out and say I want to be pretty, what are we doing out here, Tom?
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Pretty Tony, what they call me.
Listen, at the end of the day, bro, a win. Oh, Pretty Tone. Oh, okay, hey, yo. All I'm saying is, man, listen. At the end of the day, dog, a win is a win, man. I take a win anytime over. Like, if you're telling me we're winning ugly, I'll throw it to you, Tone, and then you can take off. This is my question to you, and it can be real short. Would you rather win ugly or lose?
Scoring a lot of points.
Scoring a lot of points. Yeah. Which one would you rather?
Ugly win. I get what you're saying.
Well, there you go. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's more like in an exciting loss or an ugly win, basically what they're saying. And yeah, and I'd rather win ugly. But just I got something for y'all. Shout out to, I think Game Boy said this. But this is how I feel about the win.
But the greatest thing about sports is you play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports.
Both teams play hard. You play to win the game. That's Henry Edwards. Yeah, but forget all that. That was a lie. I just said that just so y'all can feel good. Now, I just want to make sure y'all heard both of them. I'm glad, Jess. You know what? That was perfect that you started a little late so I could ask you the question to how you felt. You wasn't impressed, and you don't look too excited. And Lewis talk about an ugly win and all that. But on Friday, neither one of y'all was this humble. It was blowout city from both of y'all. Both of y'all predicted us to blow them out. Now y'all want to come up here and act like everything. No, where's the energy that y'all had Friday? Give me y'all score predictions. 30, what was it, Jess? 34-7, Lou, 31-10. Where that energy at? Now all of a sudden it's you play to win the game.
You see what happens is Tone, when me and Lou start the show out with you every week on Mondays, by Friday that delusion kind of wears off from you onto us.
Oh, now
And we get so excited. We can't, like, we're not humble because your delusion just streams off of you. And me and Lou don't have any other choice to come out with something crazy. And then when it doesn't work on Sunday, we got to come back down to rock bottom on Monday afternoon.
So it's my fault. It's my fault. The dude that said 24-17 is my fault. All right, cool.
Well, I'm just saying me and Jess had 30. Now the team scored, 21? Right?
Yeah.
Now,
I had 24.
Now, right. But I'm saying now me and Jess can't control players on the field. Right? Now, what? Well, again, you're the one that brought this up, Tom. The only reason I'm telling you this is because what you did. So I gotta, where I grew up at, Tom, retaliation is a must. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you is, when me and Jess come out here and put 30 on the board, if some, again, people execute on the field, me and Jess get closer to our 30. Is all I'm saying. Hey, is that not factual information, Tom? Is that not fact?
Hey, man.
Is that not factual information?
Listen, man. If it was a filth, we'll all be drunk. I'll tell you that. How about that?
Oh, okay. Now we all be drunk. See?
Yeah, that's what. No, but you know what? I'm gonna be. So let me. It's my turn. Jess, you can take over your road. I know you got question number 2, but I'll say this: it was ugly win. Wasn't impressive. When we was live streaming, I kept saying, I'm like this. We're winning, but it looks bad. It feels bad watching this, right? I'm not impressed at all. It seems like we're bad. It seems like we're in the same pool as these bad teams. We don't seem like we're up a level above them, and we have our starting quarterback, right? So it's like this is not a good look. And on top of that, I think I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I know earlier, Louis, you was like, if Mike McDaniel, this and that, what we gonna get into, right? Oh God, the delusion is crazy. But see, we gonna bring up later how points matter, right? In the grand scheme of things, and I'm gonna bring up. We forgot on that last drop after they got the onside kick. Not McLaurin. God dog it. What's his name? The receiver, he dropped the pass. Like
Chris Olave.
We're not gonna act like what's his name? The one I always get
Chris Olave.
Chris Olave. That was a touchdown. That was game. That was pretty much game, right? So we got to bring that up too. And that was I wasn't impressed. Now it was an ugly win, yes, but the concerning part with me is these in the last 2 ugly wins against these bottom tier teams, or at least Washington is now, because they don't have their starting quarterback. And when he was in there, he wasn't particularly playing well. But it's like we escaped because the other team lost the game. The lack of execution on the other team, which that's part of football. So let me say this for the Game Boy 305s in the room.
Let me just stop you real quick, Tone, because I'm with you.
I knew it. Look, Game Boy 305. Couldn't wait. Look at him.
Yeah. Again, but let's go down, because you just brought up the 2 games, right? You brought up the Commanders. I'm with playing the game with everybody, Tone. With what you're saying, I completely agree, right? And because I know what people are going to say. Well, again, listen to Tone. Tone's right. We struggle with the command. Now,
well, I know you probably going to bring up the Chargers game. And the
No, I'm not even gonna bring that up. When we played the Commanders, what were we? 3-7, I believe.
3-7, yes.
So that got us to 4-7. Now we were a 3-7 football team, and we struggled with the Commanders. And everybody wants to talk shit, which I'm fine with, Tone. I'm fine with that, Jess. Now, last night, a 9-2 football team that's leading their division and is one of the top teams in the AFC snuck away against that same Commander team. They were playing at home, and they needed a late game field goal to beat that same Commander team. Are we holding the same energy for Denver? Because I'm just saying, I don't want to hear nobody in our fan base that's going to shit on the Dolphins at 3-7, a bad football team, but give Denver praise. I don't want to hear it.
Well, so we can't give Denver praise because Denver won because they made the play. The Chargers. I mean, I'm sorry. The Commanders. Hold on. The Commanders did not drop a touchdown. The Commanders actually got it, and they did not need a field goal to beat them. They scored, and they stopped them on a 2-point conversion.
I don't know nothing about that.
Over there, because you said they needed a 2-point conversion. Now, Benito made the play because the guy was open, but the defender made the play and knocked the ball down. So that was the execution of the defense. That wasn't now if he would have threw the football and the running back, I think that was Rodriguez coming out the backfield. If he would have dropped the football, then you could have the same energy I have, which they relied on them to lack of execution.
Jack Jones on that play that you're saying Chris Olave dropped the ball. You didn't see that Jack Jones was pulling at his leg. Jack Jones disrupted Chris Olave. Yeah, I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just telling you, Jack Jones made a play. He stayed. The reason Chris Olave didn't catch the ball because Jack Jones was making a play. I'm just telling you again, y'all, those arguments y'all have don't work with people like me.
But the Commanders missed the field goal. The Commanders missed the field goal. Olave dropped the touchdown. That's not the same with That's not the same with the Denver defense. Benito knocking the pass down. That's not Commanders dropping the touchdown or missing the field goal. No, they wouldn't make the play. Matter of fact, they balled out. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, the Commanders showed up. Marcus Mariota showed up. But, you know, and at the end of the day, what's his name? Bo Nix. Bo Nix hasn't been. If we're going to critique them, I'll critique them the same way. That they win it because of their defense, right? And Bo Nix is not particularly playing well. Their defense is playing lights out, and they're winning. They're winning the games like Kansas City was winning. Tough no. So they don't get. They don't get the benefit of the doubt of the Kansas Cities of the world because Kansas City was dominating for a while, and then they credit them getting and winning those 1 and 2 one possession games. Remember it was like 18 in a row or something like that in a 2-year span, over a 2-year span. They credit them because they're champions. They know how to win. So and now that one you can say, okay, we got to keep the same energy. But this season, I've been saying it. So for me, I've been saying it. No, Kansas City hasn't been looking impressive. The difference between them this year and last year is that they was winning those 1 and 2 possession games, and this year they're losing them. So I'm critiquing them the way I see it. So yeah, I do have basically the same energy if we talk about how Denver has been winning, but don't misconstrue it with they're relying on teams to fail to execute. With them executing.
I'm saying again, they played the same football team we played, and what I heard was Marcus Mariota should not be able to move the ball up and down on you, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people told me. Okay, fine. Yeah. Their defense. Miami or Denver?
Denver. If you go number-wise, Denver.
Who? Well, again, forget about numbers, player-wise and stuff. Don't they got the number 1 corner over there at Patrick Surtain Jr.?
That was his first game.
That's what they got over there. Well, again, cool, but he was on the field. They got a pass rush over there, correct?
Yes, sir.
What I'm telling you is, forget about all that other stuff about winning the game, losing the game, this, that, and the third. Why was the Washington Commanders with Marcus Mariota? Again, I understand that people got mad that what he did against our Dolphin defense, which everybody told me is not good. Why were they able to do that against the Denver defense yesterday that is so elite?
Because Marcus Mariota was making plays.
So Marcus Mariota can make plays. Because what people told me last week, Tone, when they played the Dolphins, Marcus Mariota should not be able to make plays, is what people told me. But now 1 week later, he makes plays?
Well, he still shouldn't be able to make plays. I would say, hold on, I'm keeping the same energy. He still.
Well, again, that's why I tell you all the time. Stop.
Oh, did he cut up for you, or is it me?
Be on my side and stop listening to these. I cut off. You can't hear me?
I can hear him.
I heard him say be on my side, and then it said stop listening to them. Okay, I hear you now. Go ahead, Lou. I got you.
What I was saying, Toe, this is what I tell you all the time. You be trying to put on for the show. You be trying to put on for these people. See, I don't care what these people think. What you're falling for the trap of what these people are. No. Well, again, what I'm saying is that same team that just played last night, Denver, in Denver to a tough game, people question why it took Miami so much. Like we couldn't beat them with ease. What I'm saying is the Dolphins couldn't beat them with ease because they were a 3-7 bad football team. Why couldn't the Denver Broncos beat them with ease if they're a 9-2 football team and they're supposed to be one of these elite teams with great coaching, great quarterback? Because on any given Sunday, anything can happen is what I'm trying to illustrate, Tom. But these people get in their feelings all the time. What I'm talking to, Tone, is these people that get in their feelings and they just want to sit there and talk. Because last week the conversation was how bad Washington is. They shouldn't be able to do nothing. Did you see them last night? Did it look like a bad football team last night?
No, they played pretty good last night.
Oh, okay, all right. And that's all I'm saying, Tone.
But I now I have to question you now. What did Washington look against us? Did they execute like they did last night against us 2 weeks ago?
No. In what aspect? In what aspect do you mean?
The offense, how the offense was performing. Remember, because let's be real. That offense, right? If they were executing the way they executed against Denver, they probably would have beat us bad. Because remember, the criticism was they moved the ball fairly easy against us too. They just failed in the red zone, and it was their lack of execution. We all said that afterwards. It's not that we were stopping them, it's that they failed to execute. But the difference is they was executing those plays against Denver. They was catching those passes. Mariota was making the right throws. He was scrambling. You see, he was breaking tackles and getting out. So he was making the plays. Now, I would say, if you want to say keep the same energy.
Does our defense get credit for that?
The what defense gets credit?
I'm saying that you're saying they didn't execute against us, and I'm just asking, does our defense get any credit?
No, because it was missed throws by Marcus Mariota.
Okay.
Not our defense making a good play. So that's what I'm saying. And now you want to say against the Denver, guess what? He wasn't missing those throws. So they were putting up points. And the only one difference that I said made with Denver is if I'm critiquing the Denver, I'm keeping the same energy. Because if you ask anyone, well, let me say me, I mean it's not anyone, about Denver, and the same way I critiqued them before, I'm giving you the same the criticism or the same critique. They're winning because of their defense. Bo Nix isn't playing well. So it's like the Kansas City thing. That's why I say the difference between Kansas City this year and last year, they were winning those games. And now they're losing. And then the difference between Denver last year and this year, they were losing those games. Now they're winning them. So it's still the same act, right? It's still the same energy. But the difference is the reason Denver won last night is because their defense made a play. The reason we won against the Commanders 2 weeks ago was because their field goal kicker missed the kick. The execution on the field is what I'm saying. That's the only difference. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that team, you're going to get scares. You are. That's why I say I'm like watching this team. It's like, God, dog, we look like we're down to that level. Let's be 100. We're going to get 100 criticism and say, okay, let's critique that game. Did we look at that game last night and say, God, dog, Denver is playing down to Commanders? Or did we say, well, God, dog, Mariota came to play today. Let's keep it a buck. Will you watch that team?
Yeah. I'm just starting to notice that the Dolphins don't get credit for nothing. Again, that's cool. I get it.
No, the Dolphins get credit for what they done. Okay. Stop me when I tell a lie. Did they drop a pass?
In the win, forget about the pass or not. What I know they did was the same thing Denver did. They beat the Commanders. Both teams, matter how you slice it, the Denver Broncos and Miami Dolphins both played the Commanders, and they both left with W's. That's what I do know.
Yeah, they did. But that's when you leave it right there, surface area. But then when you go in depth,
there's no surface area. That's what matters.
Yes, it is, because when you go in depth, the reason the Dolphins had the opportunity to beat the Commanders is because they missed the field goal. That wasn't the reason Denver beat them.
should Denver have any concern? Because what I was told,
yes, they should have concerns. Of course, they should have concerns. I would be highly concerned with Denver. Before that game last night,
for you, right? With you, what I'm saying is I'm talking to everybody else. Because what everybody else told me was Denver's a legit Super Bowl contender. Did they look like one last night? Playing a backup Marcus Mariota and Washington Commanders?
We never said that over here. I don't think no one over here said. So when I critique it, I know you talking to them,
everybody else.
But I'm saying when I critique, what you want to show with me? When I critique them and say, well, the difference between how they looked against Denver and how we looked, we wasn't saying that Denver was playing down to that competition. We were saying how Marcus Mariota was making those plays. Go look at, well, we watched it with last night. How many times did he get out of sacks? How many? Matter of fact, in order for them to win, guess what he had to do? He broke 2 tackles and he threw the ball, and then they just so happened Manafawu had the game was over with, but guess what? Manafawu pass interference. But how did he was able to do that? Because Mariota, how did he do that? If one of those Jalen Phillips things.
What I'm telling you is, what I'm telling you is, right? These are the people I'm arguing with, because these are the people that don't make sense to me. Let me highlight a comment. I seen Bo come back from 21 points. The boys playing hard for him. That's very cute, right? I'll even say that's factual information, right? But it's still fucking cute. You want me to tell you why? I'll tell you why. I seen Tua come down from 21 points in the 4th quarter against the Baltimore Ravens. I seen him do it. Do we believe he's going to do it again? No, we do not. So miss me with C-Tone. These are the comments I'm talking about. These are the people I'm talking about. When, I seen Bo. Well, I seen Tua do it. Now what? So your I seen Bo, my I seen Tua. Where do we go from there? What I'm telling you is the same Commander team that everybody told me shouldn't have been on the field with Miami. That was the same team that shouldn't have been on the field with Denver. That's the point.
Okay,
I don't care how y'all try to slice it.
I got one correction. That Commanders was almost full team outside of their quarterback. The quarterback was out. Jaden James and Marcus Mariota played to a level. But remember, they didn't have McLaurin. They didn't have what his name? Payne.
What's the most important position on the football field, Tom?
Quarterback.
But
you said the same team.
You all the other stuff.
You said you said the same team. So when your quarterback, when you have
you just brought
they didn't have Terry McLaurin. They didn't have him. And we see how Terry McLaurin played last night. They didn't have Cameron Payne.
So what you saying?
He was there last night.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm just saying and he made a difference. He made a difference. But dang, I had a question, then I missed it. He said I just want to.
Road runner, you good, bro? I was just saying, like we both seen, but you good. You know I rock with you, Road runner.
This is not true. We didn't have half of our starting line, but Tony Whit. No, this is not true. We go into the game with the same energy, So anyone that was missing on that team over there and how we was playing, they was playing like that the whole time, right? And we acknowledge what injuries was. So don't say we won't never acknowledge it. That's a lie, because we even mentioned Austin Jackson coming back. So don't say that. I'll always mention what we was missing, but that's why I keep the same energy. He said what he said. We didn't have Tyreek Hill on there, but the Tyreek Hill doesn't affect our defense. So why are we saying Tyreek and Waller when Tyreek didn't play the defense? I was talking about how their defense made a play and our defense didn't. It was relying on them not executing on offense rather than our defense stopping them. That's what the difference is. Now, if you want to go offense to offense, if I was to tell you, okay, well then defense, the Commanders the Broncos was missing this player, and that's why he was performing well, then that'd be the argument. But I'm just showing you how he raised his level on offense, and the play that they were missing against us, they were making. That's the difference. So Denver didn't rely on them to miss plays. if they made all those plays, and that's why they scored all those points. But when it came down to the end, the reason that Denver pulled that game out was because Benito made the game-winning play. He knocked the ball down. The running back that was wide open, he didn't drop the ball. Dude, he didn't drop the ball. So I'm sorry. Yes, I said that they didn't have Terry, and that offense still was moving the ball, and we still relied on them to miss plays. Even when there was a lesser team, which was the reason why our defense should have stopped them. But when they played against Denver, which Lewis is saying have a better defense, they had got weapons back, and they executed. You see how that's the same argument? The same unit that failed against us was not failing against Denver. That's the difference in the argument there. But oh darn, Eric is pointing out a lot of people they weren't missing on offense. But we could go back and forth. Anyways, it was for me to finish out what I was saying. Victory Monday. If we are in, like if Commanders would have executed like that against us, we not even close. Let's be real. But the reason why I'm pointing that out is because, albeit if whether they make the playoffs or not, we know the only hope they have is to go 10-6. And Lou was so convinced that we was going to just wash into Pittsburgh at 6-7. So far, so good. But that still wasn't an impressive victory. And to see that, it's like, I'm watching the game. And I'm like, God, dog, why does it just look like our team cannot be consistent and continue sustain drives and miss throws and things of that nature? It's just I don't really like what I was seeing for me to say, okay, that there was an ugly win, but both teams play hard. Well, one team wasn't really playing hard, which is why we not gonna say playing hard, but one team didn't make a play at the end and say, well, we escaped that with a scare, but at the end of the game they made the play to win the game. And you know how they say bad teams find ways to lose games and good teams find ways to win games? That's what I was talking about. You say, yeah, that's cute and all. I'm watching the Patriots about to go 11-2, and I just want to know when the heck are we going to win the division at minimum, Tony H. and Lewis and Jess. Pat leapfrogged us again. Okay, cool, Andre. That's fine. I mean, we can't do nothing about that. We can't really do nothing about that. The Patriots leapfrog Drake May playing well. That's not gonna help us perform better at a higher level. At the end of the day, it isn't. So shout out to the Pat, but let's see what they do in the playoffs. Like, I'm not winning to crown them. Just I ain't gonna get into that, man. We go to question 2, Jess, because we could go back and forth with that all day. I'm not about to crown them because they 11-2. Let's see how they do it in the playoffs.
Okay. So all this Victory Monday talk. Oh, it's about to boot me off today.
That's what happened when you ain't here. I'm glad you.
Okay. Take a moment here, because the fact that I'm the one getting booted off is not good.
That wasn't on your That wasn't on your bingo card.
No, it's not on my bingo card. Anyway, I'm the one getting booted today. Mike McDaniel's coaching approach throughout this whole game. You guys kind of touched on this a little bit, but carry on. Did you like it?
Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie. Mike McDaniel, y'all touched on this a little already, and then asking, did we like it? It's wow. Yo, you gonna have to chill today, Jess. It's Monday. Yeah. Jesus Christ. This is what I would say. And I know we're not gonna agree on this. We was talking, and I was thinking, right? And I just want to point out some inconsistency with Mike McDaniel, because we talk about consistency in his fan base. These are the things that we talk about. You remember against the Commanders when I was critiquing him and I was criticizing him. I was criticizing him for going for it on 4th down instead of kicking the field goal. You remember that? He was being ultra aggressive. And I was like, hold on, man. Like, you have to take the points there. It makes no sense. Take the points there. He didn't. And I had an issue with that. Right? Because the game. Now he's here. Hold on, y'all. Did it? Can y'all hear me? Did I come back? It seemed like I had broke out my screen.
You kind of went in and out
I'm
for
good.
a moment.
I'm good. My audio.
Now. Yeah, you're good. Do we
Okay,
have
I'm back. Yeah, I saw I saw that little lower screen. Like,
little skinny.
I thought they was kicking me out. Yeah, I thought they were kicking me out. Like, oh, they kicking me out. They hating on me.
See,
but yeah,
okay. Kicking me out. It came back for you.
You know. Yeah, when he was being ultra aggressive the game prior to that against Washington, I took a problem with that. I had a problem. I took issue with that. I'm sorry, right? And then, but he was being ultra aggressive. 4th and 1, you go for it. You in field goal range at the end of the game. Take the lead and leave with the lead on. Leave the offense. When the offense leave the field, we have the lead. Cool. No, he didn't. He went for it on 4th down, and I'm like, I ain't like that. Now, fast forward to this game. Now, I'm just coming off a bye week. We're in the end of the first half. You know, we have an opportunity to go down there and, you know, be a little aggressive and score. We up 13-0. And instead of being aggressive, he basically melded in and played for what it was, a 48-yard. That wasn't a gimme. Played for a 48-yard field goal kick. And I'm like, where's the aggression that was against Washington? And I came to the conclusion that he didn't trust Tua. And I'm under the pressure now that Mike McDaniel, right, he's coaching not to lose games instead of coaching to win these games. And I don't like that. I never have and never will. It don't seem like he trusts Tua, which we're going to talk about that a little later. Don't seem like he trusts Tua, right? But you vouch for him. I don't care how he's playing now. You vouch for him. So figure it out. But as a fan of this team, don't go out there and act like you're trying to save you. He seems like he's more worried about saving his job than going out there and win a football game. Because whenever you're playing scared and whenever you play to not lose, that's how you start to lose some of these games. And I don't like that. I don't like his mentality. I don't like the inconsistency with him. Either you're going to be aggressive or you aren't. And then I'm just looking at the difference in the situation. And the situation that yesterday, it was 13-0. We was up 13-0 going into the halftime. So even if I say you are ultra aggressive, it's not like they're gonna drive all the way down the field and score. We're pitching a shutout. I think that's the right time to go and be aggressive. And you don't. That's, to me, that's showing me why I would prefer not to move forward with you if you're going to coach like that, because I like to see you in those when you're in those situations. I want to see how your team react. You're never going to learn how your team react until they get into those situations, and then you see how they execute. Don't wait until you think you have whatever you're waiting for, and then now the next time you're in that situation, it's your first time seeing if they're going to be able to protect the football and do whatever you need to do to preserve points. And if you don't, it's a learning situation. You have a learning situation. That's right now. Now that's a teaching moment there. Now you use that instead of as a failure, as a learning experience, and y'all talk about it in the locker room. So I hate the fact that he's not taking advantage. This is 2 times, I think, in clutch moments at end of the half and end of the game situations where his decision making is questionable. And I don't like that. So no, I'm not liking his coaching approach. It looked like he's trying to protect himself and Tua from Tua. And I'm not liking that. I'm sorry. Hey, listen, the only way he's going to get out of that is you paying him like one of those guys, then you have to treat him like one of those guys. I don't care about that. So yeah, no, I'm not liking the approach that he's taking. And one more thing I want to point out too is in that same game that he was not aggressive. That same game in the third quarter when we was in the red zone and with the running game was got it. He just came off 3 runs, a 10-yard run, a 9-yard run, and then a 1-yard run to get the first down. Now you're in the red zone, first and goal. I think it was with a 15-yard line. And instead of being, now you were just all conservative before the half. Now in that situation, you 3 straight passes. Now the first one, I'm not mad at the first one. I'm not mad at the first one because I'll give Lou credit because Lou said he would like for them to do that more often, which is play actions on first down. In the goal, with go to go, do play action because now you catch them off guard. You give you a higher opportunity or success rate. You have a higher possibility of being successful. So I'm not mad at him. And he dialed up the play. Darren Waller was wide open in the back of the end zone. Tua just missed the throw. He just missed the throw. And, I'm not mad at Mike McDaniel. But then you follow it up with two more passes back to back. I need consistency. So yeah, no, I'm not feeling his approach to these games. It looked like his decision making is too inconsistent. And if I'm going to say I need my quarterback, which is Tua, to be consistent, I have to keep the same energy with Mike McDaniel. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just wanted to make sure you were done.
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah. Listen, going to the Mike McDaniel not being as aggressive, right before halftime or whatever. I understand people's frustration if that's your viewpoint. I just disagree with it. I think you brought up last week when he went for, I believe it was
2 weeks
twice,
ago.
maybe even, against the Commanders. Again, he was in the red zone at that time. I believe twice, I think, inside the 10-yard line. Yesterday, they were at the 35. Again, that's from what you kind of told me earlier, Tone. You have the access to where you can break down
29-yard line. Yeah, it was actually at the 20-yard line. Yeah.
Okay. So that's not even in the red zone. And
yeah, they was at the 35, and then he made that. You remember you pointed out, no, that was the completion. It was the 6-yard completion to get him down to the 29-yard line.
Right. And then I believe they just let the time run out. And that's where people wanted to be more aggressive. And again, I'm not even saying that I wouldn't have liked maybe a play, maybe 2 plays. I think you even brought it up. You probably could have even got 3 or 4 plays out of that if you really wanted to, right?
Yeah.
But you got to be smart. Like if you throw at that point, remember they on that from when they were at the 35 to get to the 29, they used their last timeout. So now everything has to be to the outside because you can't basically throw nothing in the middle because, regardless if, let's say, someone holds you down a couple seconds longer, it takes a few seconds to get the ball to the referee, for them to spot the ball. Anything can happen in that scenario. So virtually you're playing the boundaries, right? You have to, everything has to be to the outside. And Tone, I'm going to be honest. We all know Tua doesn't really throw to the outside very well. I mean, let's just call a spade, Tone, right? So what I'm saying is, when I hear that Mike McDaniel's not coaching to win the game, I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's hard for me to say I disagree with you because a lot of the things you were saying I agreed with, just not yesterday, bro. I think as a coach, Tone, it's about feel. Like me and you talk about it all the time, Tone. Hopefully I can try to change your opinion. Maybe not in so much in the matter, but so you can kind of hear my thought process, right? We talk about all the time, Tone, analytics, numbers, and things of that nature is ruining the game, right? Mm-hmm. We say that all the time. Sometimes you got to go with how your team is playing, right? It has to be the feel of the game. You have to like feel it. You know what I'm saying? And when I look at it yesterday, I'm going to be honest, take Mike McDaniel out of it. If I was me on the sideline, My fault. I had a motorcycle going by me.
Mhm.
If that was me, Tone, on the sideline, and I'm watching that game, I'm the one calling the plays on that game. I'm doing exactly what Mike McDaniel did. I'm not, because I think G and like we can go back to this comment right here, but I wanted to go.
My
I
bad.
just
Go
want to
ahead.
take this
Yeah.
off. Where was it? It's this comment right here, and it's from G. G says, "Now don't let one man ruin it for everybody. A Tua mistake could have cost us the game, right?" All I'm saying is I agree with that. Bro, Tua was god awful yesterday. He was god awful, right? To your point, Tone, they had a 13-point lead. It's not like the end of the game. It's not like you're struggling. Your defense was playing very well up to that point, was pitching a shutout. I understand the argument. I'm not telling you, Tone, that you're wrong in how you feel. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to kill Mike McDaniel over it. I'm just not there. I think that was the right move. The way the game was going, the way your defense was playing, the way your quarterback was playing. Nah, bro, there's no reason to risk it. Take the points, right? Guaranteed, and go up 16-0. Again, I'm not telling anybody they're wrong or how they feel. You want to see aggressive? Again, I'm conceding. What I would have liked to see maybe a different play or 2 plays, 3 plays. Yeah, but to me, Tone, I'll just be honest. Like, talking about if he cost us or he did the right thing, nah, bro, I think we're nitpicking at that point. I'm just sorry. I think he did the right move yesterday. It's different when you're talking about him being aggressive against the Commanders inside the red zone. I think one of the times he went for it was, I think, 1st and goal from like the 2-yard line. And remember, we got shut down at the goal line. That's different being aggressive there at the goal line than being aggressive with 30 seconds left from the 35 or the 30-yard line. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just a difference to me.
Yeah, which I would say it was. Now I do agree with difference, and I do agree with getting the feel for the game. And on this last question, I'm gonna elaborate a little bit more once we get into the last question. But I would say something to what you just said. The very last part you said, well, it's different in different scenarios, and this is why I don't like his approach. Because the difference is the main difference when he went forward on that 4th and 1, it was inside the red zone. And it was at the end of the game. Game was tied. And you had the opportunity to take points. And you failed. Remember, he failed. He didn't get in there. That's why the Commanders had the opportunity to drive the field and kick the potential game-winning field goal, right? And
Absolutely.
that's what I'm
Right.
saying. That's why I said consistency.
But
Everything you said,
Tone,
I don't disagree with
right.
him because go ahead.
No, but just to stay right there, that goes back to my point, though, of what I'm saying. You have a feel about the game. We just had, in our first segment, Tone, we were arguing about the difference between the Commanders and the
Denver
Dolphins
Broncos.
and the Commanders and the Denver Broncos, right? And you said the only difference was that they executed more against Denver than they did against the Dolphins. But if I'm Mike McDaniel there, to your point, why he went for it instead of taking the points in the red zone, right, is because, bro, what I'm talking about is the feel of the game. Last week against the Commanders, it didn't feel like the Dolphins were stopping the Commanders. Those are
No,
your
it wasn't.
words.
No.
You said, so at that point, I got to try to get 7 because my team hasn't shown the ability, right? Again, we're trying to win games, right?
But-
I'm not saying me and you. I'm saying the team.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? That's why he did it in that scenario, because he's looking at it and damn, maybe a field goal here. If I kick a field goal, now Washington goes down and scores a touchdown. We lose the game anyway. Let me make it harder on them. Let me get 7 here. Then I put pressure on them. They got to go down and get 7 because my defense really hasn't shown me the ability all game long to stop the Commanders from moving up and down the field. It's about feel of the game, Tom.
Right, but so it's called risk and reward too. The feeling of the game is also risk and reward. But in that same game, we did see them sputter in the red zone that whole game, right? So they're going down there. So even if your defense didn't show the capability to stop them, but what they did show the capability or not to give up the touchdown, maybe a field goal. So in my mindset, for the field of the game, I'm like, well, at least at bare minimum, I'm playing that. We playing for overtime. If they get down there, because it was only a minute and 9 seconds left, I think left. If they get in position, they're in position to kick the game tying field goal, not the game winning field goal like they were. So I just think, and let's listen. Today, my criticism would be a little less if he would have kept the same energy, right? I'm gonna say, you know what? I don't like his aggressive nature, but at least he's keeping the same energy and he's not, changing here and there, which is my main reason for it, Lou, is the lack of consistency. And that means I'm like, I don't think he has a grasp on the moment, the situational football.
Yeah, but again, every situation is different, Tone. Because I'm with you.
Yeah.
But you're talking about, again, to the point, then he should be aggressive every time he gets it, right? Then
no,
I think
he should. I think he picked the wrong time to be aggressive. That's my biggest issue.
No, because in the Washington Commander game, though, if you take the points there, again, that to me now I would be where you are. I think where you are at. If he would have took the points instead of going for where he was against the Commanders, I'm looking at him and he's looking like a guy that's not trying to win the game. You're playing it too safe.
That's not true, because we end up with a victory.
That's how
remember, they missed the field goal.
Well,
remember, they missed the field goal, so we won.
But again, right. And yesterday we won.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like we won the game
but hold on. No. You said if he take the field goal, you're looking at him different. And I'm like, no, you're not, because we won. And remember, we talk about football and analytics. Bro, since you win in football, was it the right moment to not take points? Never in the history of football was it the right moment to not take points.
I'm going
with 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter.
Fourth and goal from the 1 yard line. I'm going for it. I'm not kicking a field goal there.
Well, then that's the show. That's the inconsistency.
But it's
you
not
can't be that aggressive
game flows, Tom.
So you can't be the game flow is short.
From 4th and 1.
How is the game flow of a team that's not showed you the capability or haven't showed you the capability of getting in the end zone?
Line, I'm telling you, from the 1 yard line is different than just throwing balls up for grabs from the 30. That again, bro, like.
But that's not throwing ball. But why would you put it to say throw ball? No. If you say it like that, then it don't make sense. But I'm saying go be aggressive and go try to score.
Again, what are we doing with 30 seconds and no timeouts from the 30? What are we doing? Yeah, I tell you what
a quick pass across the middle, probably break a touchdown, break a tackle, and score a touchdown. We saw A-Chan do before. Even if they tackle you down there, you get back up like you do right there, spike the ball. Now you have a minimum of 2 opportunities to take 2 shots in the end zone, because you remember it was on the 29-yard line. So everything you do from after that, any yards you get, for the most part, even because they're going to give you the middle of the field, you know that, because they don't want you to get to the outside. So the middle of the field is open. Quick throw right down there, boom, maybe 10 seconds. Let's just say 15 seconds at the most, because that's what they literally say, 15 seconds at the most. Guess what? You got 14 seconds and 2 shots in the end zone to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not
without any timeout.
Yeah,
I got you. Okay, good.
I'm just telling you, it sounds like nitpicking. That's what it sounds like.
Well, I just, you're right. I am nitpicking, and for me, I'll agree with that. When it comes to situational football, I think that's the time when you nitpick, because that's situational football. You have to know every small, minute details. So yes, I am nitpicking, but that's because I understand that is the type of mindset you have to have when it comes to situational football. So yes, you are right. I'm nitpicking.
Yeah, again, bro, I don't know. Like I said, I see people's frustration. I understand. I don't agree. It doesn't. Okay. I'm not. It's about the feel of the game. It's about, to your point, and this is what I agree. It's about situations. the way the team was performing offensively, specifically the quarterback, I'm not putting the team in a bad situation. Like,
Yeah.
Tone, your argument to me all the time is Mike McDaniel has a job to do for all 53 men. It's not one player. It's not,
Yes.
one unit. It's not. He's the overseer of the whole team. And the way one specific player or the offense or whatever, I'm not putting the whole team in jeopardy of that. Like, I understand the frustration. I don't agree. I think yesterday the right move was to do what he did. That's all I'm saying. But it's not to go back and forth. I see your point.
No,
I
it
see
may have
people's
been the
frustration.
right the right one. It may have been. I won't dispute you on that. I just don't. I think the consistency, because yes, the willingness to put your team at danger at one situation and then not there. That could have been the right situation. I just wanted to be more consistent with it. It seemed like okay,
I
just
see real quick, Tone. I see Crypto, and Crypto says,
who?
Lewis, you said, yeah. That's a fact, Tone.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. But Tone, he's saying, Lewis, you said we would blow out all these teams. And that, again, when people hear me and I'm, having fun and I'm joking and I'm trolling and this and that I can't help if you don't understand that. But since we just, again, it seems this is what we do a lot, Tone, in this fan base. We talk about what was said and who's
Uh-oh.
right and who's wrong. All I know is the same teams that I tell people, Tone, that we're blowing out, that's the same teams that Crypto said we're losing to. You see how that works? Crypto says all the time we're getting blown out by all these teams. Crypto says all the time we're losing all these teams. So I guess, Tone, according to that metric then, right, I guess me and Crypto are both wrong.
Got him. We fucking got him.
I'm just saying, all I'm trying to do is keep the same energy. That's all I'm trying to do, Tone.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep the same energy.
Dang. Oh, that bang, that revolver don't miss. Tread lightly in that chat there, Crypto. Tread lightly, my brother. Well, I just said she had okay, so her parents called, all right. So I guess right on time, right before we get to the last question. All right, go ahead, Jess.
It's gonna boot me again. Okay.
Hold on. Go ahead.
This is wrong.
Hey, right on time just to get booted.
Right. Just on time to get booted. That's insane. What's wrong with Tua? Because he was trash yesterday. But that's all right. Anyway.
You want me to go first or do you go? I know I went first last time.
Let Lou go.
What's wrong with Tua? He sucks.
Y'all make sure I hit the like and subscribe button. This is the cold hard truth.
I mean, what are we talking about here? Listen, Tua's been on the decline for about a year and a half now. I would say the back half of last year, and this year has just been terrible, man. He's a turnover machine, can't have it. I was listening earlier. I was saying, so Omar Kelly went on the Joe Rose show this morning or whatever, and Omar Kelly used the words, "There's no athleticism." And Tone, Jess, I'm never gonna say Tua was Patrick Mahomes because he wasn't even that. He wasn't Joe Burrow. He definitely wasn't Josh Allen. He's never been Lamar Jackson, right? But what we're seeing here, especially this season and even last season, Tua looks like I was watching the Steelers and Bills yesterday. And I'm watching that game and I'm looking at Aaron Rodgers at 41 years old and I'm like, man, damn, Aaron Rodgers is done, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he's done.
Yeah.
But then I realized he looks like Tua. And then another thing I realized, Tua's 28, Aaron Rodgers is 41.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, bro. Like, again, the arm looks like it's getting weaker. He's definitely he was never the most athletic. But what we're seeing now, Tone, it's like, bro, he can't escape 400-pounders. Like it was 2-3 weeks ago, I think Tua he got chased down. He had at least maybe 5 yards of separation. He got chased down backside by a 350-pound D tackle. When you ask what's wrong with Tua, I don't know. I don't want to use no injury excuse because I don't think it's injuries, right? I don't think Tua is injured this season. But I do think, remember Tone Jess, there was last year, I think it was after the Houston game when he took that hit, he dove, he got submerged, they hit his hip. And remember we started hearing there was hip concerns with Tua. We know the injury he had.
The very next game in San Francisco when they bent him the wrong way, that was
1,000%. That was it, right? We know what he dealt with in Alabama. We get it. We understand it. When you ask the question, Jess, I'm going to go with, again, I don't want people to say it's not an excuse. Trust me, I'm not making an excuse for Tua. I'm not saying he's injured. What I think is wrong with Tua is his body is failing him, bro. That's what it is. And I think once your body goes, Tua is not the Peyton Mannings, the Tom Brady that's going to beat you with his mind. We know that. Tua's not the quarterback that's going to beat you with his arm like a Josh Allen or Justin Herbert that can be late on a throw but still get it out there because they have the cannon for an arm. Tua's not going to beat you like the Joe Burrows and the Patrick Mahomes that if it's 3rd and 8 and he sees 9 yards of green grass, they're able to do. He's not that. So with all that being said, he's just not good enough. And that's what it is, man. His body is failing. What we're seeing is a diminished player, right? And I don't know where we go from here, Tom, right? I don't know where we go from here, Jess. I don't know what the Dolphins do. If they bring him back next season, I don't know what it is. I do know that the Dolphin organization, I believe, is growing more and more frustrated with Tua. I think from what we're seeing, I mean, yesterday, Tone was the perfect example. We just had a debate of Mike McDaniel questioning himself about going forward or being aggressive, this, that, and the third. I think from what we've seen, Tone, from Mike McDaniel over the years, he wants to be aggressive. I think yesterday was the first time he looked at it and was like, my quarterback is not good enough. I can't be as aggressive as I want because my guy is not good enough. I think everybody's starting to realize that. So, Jess, I don't know how to answer the question. Tone, I don't know how to answer the question. What's wrong with Tua? Without making any excuses, right? He's just not good enough. That's what it is. He's just not the guy moving forward. And I just don't know if this is the end, if 26 is the end. I don't know how long it's going to last, but that's the easiest way I can answer the question. Again, injuries, whatever it is, he's just not good enough.
Okay. See, now the injury, they're just not good enough. You know what? I just realized, this is my first time. That's how it sounds when I be up here cooking. I was like, just keep on going, Lou. Ain't too much more for me to say. Just keep on. He was hitting every point at the point. I was gonna say, Lou, that was a chess move. And I was just trying to tell you to take this walk with me because you said exactly. You remember the past segment of Mike McDaniel and not being aggressive, and you hit. I'm talking about. You said it, and I just wanted to stop you and say,
God damn it, I like the way you do business.
The minute you said Mike McDaniel looked at Tua and say, my quarterback can't do it. And now you always call me out on this, so I never disagree with it, and I never deny it. But you remember what my biggest gripe with Mike McDaniel is? You advocated to get this man paid. And I said, it's going to always come back and bite my team in the ass. And every time it come back and bite my team in the ass, I'm going to always remind people that Mike McDaniel, you advocated for this. Now, I know, Lou, you like, man, you got to let it go. And maybe I should. But goddamn it, I'm not right now. Right now, I'm not. Because thank you. I was trying to set you up, but you hit the nail on the coffin right there. You nailed it. Mike McDaniel is inconsistent because he don't know when and when he can't trust Tua. There's so much inconsistency with Tua because he dialed up a beautiful first down run in the first down play action pass in the red zone, like you was asking for, and you like, man, I don't like that 3 straight runs, man. You catch him off guard. That man, it sounded like he would listen to you, Lou. And Tua missed Darren Waller in the back of the end zone. Now, Lou, we can all agree, if this 2023, Tua's hitting that 9.5 times out of 10. He's hitting that. This is what Tua was great at. Accuracy, precision, being on time. This is what he won with. It wasn't necessarily his mind, like you said. It's not the Peyton Manning mind, but he tried to make you seem like he got the Peyton Manning mind. It's not with Armstrong because we know he don't have it. But when he could diagnose pre-snap read, he was pretty damn good at it. Still is, by the way. I just don't think he trusts his body enough. I don't think he's trusted himself enough and his ability. And I think he knows whether they seem like they're, winning, covered up everything. Don't forget, let's not forget on here in the Blitz pickup, we was the one pointing out, it looked like him and Mike McDaniel don't get along. Remember that? That ain't forget that hasn't left the building. They're just winning now. So now Mike McDaniel don't have to throw a little shot to throw him under the bus. Now Tua don't have to throw a little shot to throw Mike McDaniel under the bus because they winning now. But if we would have lost, it might have been a shot about that play. It was open back there. We got to hit those plays. It probably would have been a shot at Tua, like, I understand, but you dropped the pass, A-Chan or Julian Hill. That could have been a play. But because they winning, we forgot about this. I haven't. So I'm watching a coach. I'm watching a coach that don't trust his quarterback. And Lou, when you said you agree with G, I agree with both of y'all. Mike, that's why I say it might have been, remember what I said, Lou, that might have been the right decision. I'm talking about the inconsistency of it. And it's not really him being inconsistent because of his thought process. It's him being inconsistent because you have an inconsistent quarterback behind center. And you don't pay that guy that much money if you can't trust him all the time. And you don't say, I trust in my guy, so I will go down with him or I will win with him, but I trust him, so I'm gonna be aggressive with him because we paid him to make those type of decisions. And the fact that Mike realized that, I see it in his play calling. I see it in his decision making. So yeah, that's why I gave pushback, but not really, because I'm like, no, I ain't saying you're wrong. I'm not saying, but there's no consistency there. Now, if you don't trust your guy behind center, yes, these are the type of plays you're going to see him call. These are the type of things you're going to be like, well, because I just pointed out in the same game, you dialed up 3 straight passing plays. And he failed. And I know he's looking at his playbook like, I'm doing all I can, my man. At some point, you got to help me, Tua. Help me help you, man. Jerry Maguire, sorry. Help me help you. And yes, so that's, Lou, was my main reason why I was saying, don't worry, when we get in that last segment, you're going to see why I say the inconsistency part. And now our team is suffering from this because, yeah, we've been winning, but Tua has looked worse. You just said Tua has looked god-awful, and we won the game. Y'all remember, Lou? Let's start holding people accountable. You remember when we used to have people come out here and say, how come the Dolphins can't win games when Tua have bad games? When are the Dolphins going to win in spite of Tua? You remember they used to ask us that?
That's a fact.
They're doing it now.
Yeah. They are doing it now, for sure. Mm-hmm.
And it see how it come all the way around to us. Now, when we say you have just a little better quarterback play, we might be in a different position.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to show.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to show because you know what? Notice the makeup of this team. They that defense always take time to get going, and we'll credit that to always interchanging people. Like I'll tell you, last year to this year, we had 0 remaining starters in that secondary. That's why we thought we were going to be able to rely on the front 7, not taking into account that Willie Gay Jr. was new. Zeke Biggers wasn't playing, but Kenneth Grant was new. He had to replace Calais Campbell. That's a big move. Chop Robinson wasn't a starter. It was Jalen Phillips. Remember, Jalen Phillips went in out. Bradley Chubb was out. All these guys had to get acclimated to the game. Get back acclimated to the game. We didn't take that in consideration. We just thought they was going to hit the ground running. But now that they're picking up the pace and they're starting to do what they need to do, it's back to, okay, offense, what are you doing? Remember what I said on the show next time. Be like, okay, I get they came down and they drove on the offense. I mean, on the defense. But offense, I need you because the defense had 2 bad drives back to back, but they initially forced a fumble on the second possession in the second half. I mean, a punt, I'm sorry. But they was on the field for a long time. But guess what? They got the punt. And I said, offense, we need you to get a scoring drive going to give them rest. Because when they start to wear down and then the Saints get another drive going, we're going to start to try to put the blame on his defense not playing as well as they did in the first half and in the second half. We was going to start doing that. But no, I'm watching the whole entire game. Be like, okay, offense, come on, give them some rest. Y'all haven't been doing what y'all been doing the whole game. Give this defense some rest. And they still won in spite of. Kudos to us, right? But that's for everything to come full circle, Lou. That's why I was like, it's the inconsistency. And yes, when you say he didn't trust his quarterback, I'm like, and you know, when we was talking about Denver and the difference between the Commanders and what's the most important position on the field? Quarterback. Quarterback might be the most important position in all of sports. All sports. I think the closest you might get there is pitcher, but you can hit around pitching. It's teams that won based off their offense alone. In baseball. In basketball, you could win without a point guard. It switched from a guard to big guy lead to back the big guys. I mean, to back their guards, and now you know it look like them stretch bigs are coming and taking over, and not even athletic bigs. Let me say that, the scoring bigs or whatever you want to call them. So it's not a one position. It dictate how you're going to win a championship. None of those are as important as the quarterback. I don't care what year, how long football has been played. Quarterback is going to always, it has always been, and it is going to always be the most important position in this sport if you want to win on a consistent basis. So, I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, his lack of trust in Tua is, I think, the reason for his inconsistency and what I'm starting to see and notice with this team. And that's not a good sign because I think, Lou, for me, and also I think you agree, I think we're like, 80% sure or feel like we're at least at 80% thinking that they're going to bring Tua back next season, right? And then I don't know if you're there or not, but if we're both in agreement that there's like an 80% chance that they bring him back next season, then man, what do we have to look forward to next year?
I just don't. Again, Tone, you know, I thought if they're bringing Tua back in 26, I could have swore this was going to be his last season. Mm-hmm. With the contract and what it looks like, and we went through some of the numbers and stuff like that, I'm with you. I think it's 80% where they do bring him back. This is where, and again, I see the question from Eric. if he has a horrible showing again Sunday and they lose, do you think he's getting benched moving forward?
No.
And that goes to the you see what I'm saying? Like, okay, you bench him this season. Let's say we get the 8th loss, they're officially eliminated from the playoffs, and all of a sudden they bench Tua this season. Okay. Where does that leave you if you bring them back next season? Like, after benching them this season, you're virtually benching a $45 million quarterback to just bring him back next season and for him to be the starter next season? Like again, there would be so many. Like, to me, if you bench him this season, you're basically saying he's not coming back.
Yeah, right.
How do you bring that? Like, how would you bring that back into the locker room and just tell the guys, like the ones that let's say are going to be here, like the A-Chains, like the Waddles, like the Jordan Brooks, Zach Solid? How do you say, hey, well, this season we benched him, but next season he's going to be your starter again? Like, we didn't believe him. We didn't believe in him last season, but we're bringing him back for another one. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand how it works. So, listen, man, I think the Dolphins are from a quarterback perspective, Tom, I think they're in a real bad spot, right? Because, like, what do you do with Tua?
Yeah. And then for the people before, not to cut you off, but before anyone get out here and say, oh, but you could bench him, and they bench what's his name at Bryce Young, and look how he's doing now. That 2 different situations. 2 total different situations. Bryce Young, he's still on his rookie contract, right? He's still on his rookie contract. That's a young quarterback that you hoping that he could learn something from sitting behind a veteran and then come back in and improve, which he has done. That's not the same situation with Tua. If you bench him at this point, it's not to say, oh, I need you to learn and be better. No, you've seen him. He's supposed to be getting progressively good, better every year. This is a regression. You paid him like your franchise quarterback. You don't bench him and then bring him back. So the only way, to your point, Lou, if you bench him, is to say if y'all willing to move off of him and take that $99.8 million dead cap hit. That's the only way I could see them benching him. If they're not willing to do that, then like you say, you're wasting our time. Because eventually you're just gonna start him again, because you're not gonna have that amount of money sitting on your bench. That's not gonna happen. Denver did that with what they had took the approach with moving on with Russell Wilson, but they wasn't gonna sit him on his bench. No. We'll take the cap hit, get him out of here. We'll take our chances with a rookie. So that's why I think, the benching him is, even though it sounds good, but unless you're willing to move off of him, it's nothing you're gonna do. I'm not having 43 and a half guaranteed sitting on my bench. I'm not. Can't do it, won't do it. No. So I agree with you on that part. But hey, man, it is what it is. It's still 23 of y'all in the building. I hope everyone voted on the poll. If it's your first time over here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And once you subscribe, please hit that notification bell. We are live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around 8 o'clock. We would have been here. We would have been, we would have been on time, but we ain't gonna call nobody out. But
what do you mean? What happened?
None. I'm just pointing people out.
Can you elaborate on that?
You want elaboration now? Okay, no, I'm good. But yeah, listen, man, make sure and we do the live watch parties on Sundays. I would say play-by-play. I do play-by-play half of the time, and half of the time we just watching the game and giving our thoughts about it. Because, hey, listen, it is what it is. We're a little different over here, but y'all come enjoy the games with us on Sundays, Monday, Thursday, whichever day we play. And yeah, man. Jess, Lou, anything before we get up out of here?
Nope, not for me.
I'll say that Tony just lied. That's what I'll say for my final thought.
We lie. I lie about what? Hold on, wait a minute.
Because Tone said he calls the game on Sundays and this, that, and the third. And I just want everybody to know. And this is the second time. No. I'm just telling the people this is the second time you've done it now. So
I said do the play-by-play, but I really don't half of the time.
Yeah. But
I said problem, we just be over here watching and giving our thoughts.
Yeah. But the problem is, so on Monday, Tony's all negative. He's questioning the coach. He's saying the quarterback sucks. You know, the defense didn't stop nobody. It's the other team. That's what Tony says Monday. Then Wednesday, he's breaking down the film to show everybody how bad the team is. Then on Friday, he's giving his score predictions, right? And then on Sunday, he turns into the biggest super fan in the world. He wants the team to win. This is crazy, man. Hey, Jeff. Yes, all I'm saying, man.
So now you first just okay. Now y'all just gonna blame me.
This man puts on for the show better than anybody I've ever seen on YouTube, boy. This man knows how to put on for the show.
Keyword, Lou.
Hey, well, I learned
he does the play-by-play calling on Sundays. That's
crazy.
There's
only one person do play-by-play. Hold on. Never in the history of play-by-play is there more than one person do the play-by-play. You have play-by-play and color commentary. Come on now. Come on. See, come on. I'm gonna teach you a little something, Jess. You see what I'm saying? You thought that was a shot. You see? You only one play-by-play. I don't care who's doing play-by-play. There's one play-by-play guy and the rest of them is color commentary. But I got you though. I got you. It's that
just like on Wednesdays, you do the film breakdown.
No, Lou said you. I ain't say you. Lou said that. Hey, you know what? That revolver go to. I'm giving a revolver to Jess and Lou because they've been taking shots at me all day. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, y'all can have it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Lou. Let me not take it. Yep.
Oh, you want me to close it?
What you say? Hold on, you cut out. What you say? What did he say?
So you want me to close it now?
I'm just saying, if you got anything you know what to do, get us up out of here.
Hey man, hey Jess, I got so used to Tone doing everything around here. I thought he was gonna close us out too.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what the craziest part is Tone does everything around here, but you couldn't get PTO approved. That's crazy.
That's what I'm. Hey man,
isn't that crazy?
So this is what we doing on Monday. We doing on Monday. I'm trying to get out, watch the end of the game, and y'all just in here taking shots.
Hey, Jess. Hey, Jess, you do realize that I still don't even have me a Blitz pickup sweater. You do realize that, right?
I know. See, it's tough,
you know what?
But didn't Tone send Mike Best one before you?
Hey, Mike Best got one. There's like
Cap.
Hey,
that's Cap. Mike Best have a shirt. Sorry. Try again.
Hey, I've seen all kind of people and stuff, and I ain't got nothing, man. I ain't got nothing. It's crazy.
But you talk about
every which way, because I'm just for the chat. Obviously, as the chat can see, our players only meeting didn't really work. We spill out just like the Dolphins do.
Yeah, crazy.
So
crazy.
I don't know. It might be time for us to bench Tone for half a game or something.
That's what I'm saying. The delusional Patriot fan. That's what I'm saying. I can't even get a sweater, dog. That's what I'm saying. I can't even get a sweater. That's crazy.
I just want to point out this just second time talk about bench and Tone. First she told me to take PTO, and now she talk about if you want me off the show, just say that. That's all I'm saying. Just come out and say
it. I think you got paid a little too much.
Oh, now I'm doing now. Show me my name. Hey man, listen, man. Lou, you gonna get us out of here? Y'all just gonna keep taking shots?
Nah. We're gonna get up out of here. Hey, this has been the Monday episode of the Blitz Pickup for my boy, for Mr. Do It All around here. Hey, for myself, for Jess, for the producer in the back. Y'all know what it is. We'll see y'all Wednesday, 8:00-ish. One of us will be late. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see y'all a little bit after 8. Peace out, deuces, everything else in the world. We love y'all. Revolver goes to Jess. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang.
Jess. Just look for the empty box, y'all.